Hey guys, end of another month means it's time to give away a couple of little random things to a couple of random people. So, first person will be getting a Shinobi, a Ninja fan. So again, these fans, we use them. These are the ones we use. They're not a particularly expensive thing. It's the sort of thing people use when they go to a festival or go somewhere. But they also are quite an interesting thing, quite nicely made, and the decoration on them is really cool. So in this case it's a ninja jumping in front of the moon, as you can see. So it probably look pretty cool on a wall or on a shelf or something like that. The best thing of all, the traditional paper balloon. Quick demonstration is required. Hours of fun for the whole family. Twirly sign, hard plastic twirly sign. Again, use it inside, outside. Put it anywhere you want. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it on your toilet door. That's a radical idea. Keyring, fake food keyring. So it's sushi, as you can see. Yaki tamago sushi. Good enough to eat. And then a couple of real snacks. Kit Kat, green tea and almond and coffee Kit Kat. Here we go. Probably won't get that outside Japan, I would not think. Eel snack. Yum, 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 yum. Eat the eel snack first and the Kit Kat second would be my advice. 10,000 yen, fake. English Friendly Japan sticker. And then our friends at Freedom Japanese Market are going to give you a fukubukuro. Now fukubukuro is 2 times the size of their normal pack. So it's usually for people who are having a party or for some reason want a big box of snacks. So it's actually double the size of the usual box, which is pretty cool. And it's sort of a random fukubukuro box of mystery. So they don't give you a list of what's in there, they just send you the box. And it's double the size of a normal one. And so it'll look about double the size of this. So not necessarily the same contents, they mix it up. They tend to find things like the Kit Kat, they find things that are sort of something that's new or something that people haven't seen before and mix that in with some of the traditional stuff, some of the classic Japanese snacks. So you'll be happy, The normal box is really cool, so double the normal box is bound to be a good thing to have, particularly this time of year when we're inside in the winter and want some tasty things to eat, except for my friends down in Australia and New Zealand and South Africa. So that is all going to Mahmoud Reza in Montreal, Canada. So that's on its way to you, Mahmoud. It would have already been on its way because before this video went on YouTube, we'd already given the address to Freedom Japanese Market. And again, the way that works for you guys that don't know, we just give them once a month. We give them the name of somebody, the name and address of somebody, and those guys just directly send you a box of goodies. So again, just want to say this again, obviously that's really generous of them to do that every month. So even the postage, you know, the cheapest you can send anything around the world from Japan is usually about $20 just for the postage. So a big box like that, I don't know what it costs them to send that around the other side of the world, but it's going to be expensive. So they're really generous with this. So if you want to buy any snacks at all from Japan, these guys, their boxes are really good value. They're really good people to deal with. They're really fast to deal with. They always answer emails really quickly and help you out really quickly. So if you're considering buying any snack food at all from Japan, please buy it from these guys because they will look after you. And also it's letting them know that, you know, that giving stuff away to you guys every month is worth their while. So, you know, we like to return their generosity if we can. So that's Mahmoud. Mahmoud, that's on its way to you, that stuff. Next one is Jeremy from Auckland, New Zealand, is going to get a copy of our book, How to Do Stuff in Japan, signed copy of the book. Those of you who haven't seen this yet, if you're coming to Japan or interested in Japan or know somebody who's coming to Japan or someone who's interested in Japan, all the stuff you need to know how to do stuff in Japan So again, there's a link for Freedom Japanese Market if you want to buy the snacks. There's a link underneath this video, and there's always a link underneath our videos to the book as well if you're interested in having a look at the book. You can buy the hard copy like this for about 25 bucks, or you can get the ebook for, it's only about 9 bucks or something. So it's well worth it if you're going to come to Japan. A lot of people who read the book after they'd been to Japan have made the comment they wish they'd known before they came. So there you go. Okay, another one. Next one. Again, fake food. It's a sushi again. It's an egg sushi, but this one's actually got a magnet inside it, so it's a fridge magnet. So particularly cool fridge magnet. Stick it on the fridge with your notes. Fridge magnet. Eel snack. Num 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 num. English friendly Japan sticker. Green tea Kit Kat. It's actually not bad. The almond in it really makes it. Almond and green tea and yum yum yum. Balloons now, same as the traditional balloon that we're going to send Mahmood, same thing, but this one's actually a melon design. So it's a modern design on the old theme. Just a quick demonstration again, just because, you know, we can and it's fun. It's just amazing. It's paper and rice glue, and it's got the hole that you blow it up just stays there. So it's got the hole at the end of it, and it just stays there. It's just something about it, and it's so light, really, really, really light. Anyway, there's that. And a fan, and this is that traditional, you know that, we should remember the name of the artist that did that art with the, usually his art has a wave, and usually it has Mount Fuji in the background, and there it is. One of you guys, at least one of you guys is going to Google that and leave the answer underneath this video, aren't you? The name of the artist who did that art with the waves and the Fuji. So that's on the fan. So classic again, put on the wall, put on the shelf or something like that. A no smoking, that way up, no smoking sign. Again, it's hard plastic, so you can put it outside or inside or wherever you want to put it. No smoking. These things, we get at least, and every time we release this video, we get at least 1 or 2 people send us a message and say, can you send me one of those? Can you send me? The answer is, as I mentioned before, the postage is killer. So the postage to send something just like that around the world is more than the actual thing itself. So we're happy to give these away as part of this giveaway once a month. But just send these on their own individually. It's just not worth it. The postage is too much. There's that. And then there's the fake 10,000 yen. And that lot is going to Matt in Georgia, USA. Dawsonville, Georgia, USA. So look, to Mahmood, to Matt, and to the other 148 people on Patreon, we say this every time and just cannot say this enough. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be making videos on YouTube anymore. No doubt about it. We just wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to put the time into it. We'd have to be spending that much extra time at work, at real work, doing real work to earn enough money to look after the family. That's been true since you guys started supporting us on Patreon, but it's been even more important in November and December. As you guys know, half of that time was spent in hospital, so obviously during that time we didn't earn any money. We weren't going to work during that time, so we weren't earning any money. So the support from you guys on Patreon was really important, really, really important during November and December, and it will be again in January. It will be again in January. So to you 150 people on Patreon, you know, thank you so much. You make all the difference. You know, we'd get by, of course, if you guys didn't exist, we'd get by, but the only way to get by would be to stop spending time on YouTube and to spend an extra 20 hours a week at work, probably 15 to 20 hours a week at work, and it'd be the only way. So there'd be no more Japan Channel videos. We just couldn't do it. You know, YouTube's got even more ridiculous recently. Google's actually, just as interesting side note, guys, Google has actually started removing any video title with Japan in the title is automatically removed from monetization. it's the only word that's in common. So all our videos kept getting removed so that they weren't earning any money. And the only word that was in common on every title was Japan or Japanese. And so obviously, probably because it's an American company or something, they think that that means that it might not be of interest to their advertisers. And then we have to manually appeal it on every video. And it sort of works. Eventually someone looks at it and most of the time they reverse it. But in the meantime, it's had the views already. So our income, since they started doing that, you know, our income on YouTube had already shrunk to being insignificant, to the point where if they stopped paying us, we wouldn't care because it's so small, it's insignificant. And then since they brought in this new system, you know, any video that might not appeal to advertisers is automatically removed from advertising, just based on some word thing, whatever word. In this case, it's Japan. You know, because they must think that Japan doesn't appeal to American advertisers or something, and so they've just any video with Japan in it. So it means that by the time we appeal it, the video's already had its views. So what it means is the minuscule money we're earning from YouTube has become even more minuscule, and we really wouldn't care if they stopped paying us. We wouldn't care because it's so small. Doesn't matter. So, you know, again, all this means is it makes you guys on Patreon even more important. So those of you who are on Patreon, thank you so much. Those of you who are not on Patreon, you know, we really, if you enjoy our videos, you really owe the people on Patreon a big thank you, because they're the ones, they're the 150. We've almost got 100,000 subscribers now, and we really appreciate all those subscribers, but it's the 150 people on Patreon that allow us to keep making videos. If it wasn't for them, there'd be no Japan Channel videos anymore. So, can't thank you enough, you guys. This is just a small token to try and thank you in some small way, so thank you very much. Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.